Hey, what's up guys? This is Nightwing2303 from Nightwing2303.com coming at you with day 11 of 23 Days of Jays. For those of you that don't know, this is pretty much the shoe that started off my, I guess you could say my whole sneaker like fetish or whatever it is that you want to call it, my obsession. This was the very first pair of Air Jordans that I ever received. It was this colorway here, the black and red. Most of you guys probably already know this, but you know, so this is going to be pretty repetitive. But this was the very first Air Jordan shoe that I ever worn and owned. My older brother ended up giving me a pair of brand new black and red Air Jordan 11s. It was the original pair. I was going into freshman year of high school, and basically he gave me his pair. He didn't wear them. He lived in Nevada and I lived in California, so where he lived, you know, people didn't really care about shoes. You can walk into a store like months later and grab your stuff easily. Even though back then, even people in the Bay Area here didn't have a big problem like copping kicks and stuff. But so he had a pair of these lying around there, brand new, and he was just like, here you go. And I was like, dude, this is awesome. And I was so stoked, like it was ridiculous. They were a size 10.5. I wear a size 9, and I didn't care. I wore those things literally until they fell apart. Like, it was ridiculous. There was I think it was the left shoe right here. I had tripped because the shoes were too damn big for me, and I had tripped over a stair, like a metal stair, and it tore the patent leather. So there was like a little like 1-inch hole right here, and I still didn't care. I was like, man, these are 11s, dude. Like, I don't even care. Like, this is so wicked that I had a pair, and I wore those things. Like I said, the rubber here, like if you've seen heel drag, it was all the way to the phylon. Like, there was no rubber like left, and the carbon fiber here was all cracked, and like I remember there was like a big like line of it, like it was just like peeled up, and so I pulled it off. The patent leather was peeling. It was just, I mean, I loved those shoes to death by doing that to them, because that's how you know that you really like a pair of sneakers. This version here, this is the Countdown pack, and these are just horrible quality. They're not even comfortable, to be honest. I remember the original 11s being like, when I put them on, they were like pillows, and I was just like, man, these are just the best shoes ever. You know what I mean? Like, I was just totally in love, and that's what kickstarted my whole thing. I had one pair of Nikes before that, and it wasn't until I got a pair of Air Jordans that I was like, man, shoes are awesome. And yeah, these ones here, I barely wear them. I wore them like maybe like a couple of times, and they've already done that. They're just too uncomfortable. Like, they hurt, especially like right here. Something is like pressing into my foot, like the mold or whatever is like off or something. But yeah, that's my favorite. Or I wouldn't say that's my favorite. That's just the shoe that is like the most sentimental to me out of all shoes in general, just because it was my first. And this one here, this is my favorite colorway of all time. This is the first time I actually saw, or this colorway was the first time I saw the Air Jordan 11. MJ broke them out that same year that he had come back from retirement. He was wearing the Air Jordan 10 all season, and then they got to the postseason, and they were going up against the Orlando Magic, who unfortunately had knocked him out of the playoffs. But you know, this is the first time I was introduced to the 11s, and I just thought that they were, I mean, they're gorgeous. Like, how could you say anything negative about these? You know, like, they're just so clean. Simple colorway, and they just look good with everything. So I did get 2 pairs. This is my pair that I wear, and then I have an extra pair just in case. And you know, I'll wear those eventually. So, but yeah, this is my favorite pair here. I did have the 2000, 2001, I think it was 2000 retro. I ended up selling those after my kid was born because I was broke, and they were in a great condition anyways. Like, they were fine as far as the upper goes, but all the mesh here was all yellowed, and then the sole was piss yellow. So while I do regret parting with those, at the same time I was like, you know, it was for a purpose and all that stuff. So, and I got them back, so it's not a big deal. These are much more comfortable than those black and red ones. So this is a Space Jam. This is a very clean colorway. I really like these. They're not super comfortable, but they just look really good. So you know, these are pretty much self-explanatory. MJ wore these in the playoffs. There was some changes, but if you wanted to get more information on that, you can go to Jumpman Bostic's page. He went over all of this stuff already with the Air Jordan 11. But yeah, you know, MJ wore these in Space Jam, and it's just one of those iconic models. So and colorways. This colorway I was never really fond of, but you know, I do like gray though, so eventually kind of warm up to it and stuff. I remember the original version of this, they kind of looked like, the patent leather was kind of like a weird type of gray, so it looked almost like purplish, but not quite purple. Like, it was like a really weird, like, at the time, like, it was kind of like, man, what were they thinking when they made that? And now it's one of those shoes where you're just like, yeah, these are dope. So one thing that most of you guys don't know is that the first time I ever saw a pair of 11s on someone's feet was on the series finale of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He was rocking the white and Columbia 11s. I don't have those, but that was the first time I ever seen a pair on someone's feet. It wasn't with Boyz II Men or any of those people. It was like, and I'm talking off the basketball court. Like, obviously I saw MJ wear them first, but as far as like somebody wear them casually, it was Will Smith as the Fresh Prince, and I mean, I just was like, man, those are awesome. And those were the all white ones, and so there was like nothing flashy about them, but I just really loved them. So something that you guys also know is that I love low tops, so had to get the low top 11s as well. This is probably one of the best low top colorways to come out that is not an original. But this is my favorite out of the original 11 lows. The black and red is super clean. It's got that fogged out sole on the newer retro versions. The original had a clear sole which eventually turned yellow. So the only original colorways that I don't have is the white low tops with the gray kind of elephant print right there, and then the Columbias, and honestly those are two shoes that I could probably live without. So that's my, I guess you could say, story. It's not really a story, just my memories, I guess you could say, with the shoe itself. I just love these things. The 11s are just so dope, like it's not even funny. I'm sure all you guys know that already. So but yeah, that is pretty much it. Talked way too long. Like I said, the 11s, 12s, 13s, those are some of my favorite Air Jordans, and so, you know, be prepared for kind of a longer video with those shoes. So that's pretty much it. Shout out to DJ Hess, ID Soul Creator, as well as Jumpman Bostic. They are doing the 23 Days of J's as well. Today they're probably on the Air Jordan 12, which will be for me tomorrow. So, oh, and Air Jordan XIV as well, or Air Jordan 14. He's also jumped on board. So go check out their channels, and thank you very much for watching. Thanks for your support, and until next time, guys, have a good one.
On the shore or on a coast or an island, and every month I'd hop on a plane to fly, yeah, and take her shopping, whatever she wants I'm buying. She made me who I am, I got the heart of a lion, yeah, and for that, mama, I'm gratified. Grinding harder than everybody, so please don't act surprised when you see me pass your eyes quickly as I'm passing by. Grinding boys, trap or die, homie, I'm a mastermind. I got a smile on every day, got a taste of the good life, and I'm here to stay. I'm used to questions, so everybody ask away. Hey, it's time to get high, homie, so pass the J. If I found a way to be happy every day, if you could just see my face, yeah, I would say